Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and supported ministries and or profits. Good morning. Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Steve will be here shortly. Is that Steve's coffee or mine?
That's Steve's coffee, but you can have it.
I will have it.
It's got no sugar.
That's all right.
That's
I don't
good,
have any
right?
sugar.
Right.
No sugar. So, today's topic, commitment and the many facets thereof. Really. I mean, it was a last minute thing. Sorry we're a little late today. I've been busy this morning setting up a user account for employees up here at Axe Ministry. So, in Axe Media Group, we're real excited about that. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have everybody on board with us today. It is a beautiful day in the Ozarks. Really, really cold outside.
It is.
And, yeah, Jay, can you hand me that coffee? Is there a way you can hand that on over here? Coffee.
Hand it on over.
Cup of coffee. Coffee!
Walk it on over.
Well, go over that coffee because my energy is dropping down.
Wow, wow, wow.
I've been up since 4:30 yesterday evening and I can't go no more. Said,
What was that again?
I don't know. Something about a 501z plan?
501z. I need one of them, bro.
Okay, so another thing I forgot to do is...
Walk it on over.
Woohoo! All right. Because, you know, Jay, there's only so much time in the day. There's only so much time that we can do what we do here.
It's only so much time, man.
I mean, we're committed, though. We're committed.
So the time is only so much.
The topic of today is commitment, whether it be romantic commitment, whether it be commitment to a ministry, commitment to service, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
So, now what is commitment? And most men are afraid of it. That's what I've heard.
It's a rumor.
That is just a rumor.
I don't think it's true.
No, most men aren't afraid of commitment. Actually, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that most men actually crave commitment.
I think so.
You know, there's this stereotype that men are afraid of commitment, and
It is not mutual. As a matter of fact, if it has to be mutual, it defies the very definition of commitment.
really,
I think so.
who said that?
Well, because commitment is your commitment to something and what you can contribute to it.
Right,
So whatever somebody else contributes isn't really necessary.
right. Good morning, Larry Melton. Larry Melton. I guess it's Giving Tuesday today.
So in other words, we should be careful what we commit to.
Yes, because then people will hold you to that commitment.
Larry's not afraid of anything.
That's Larry, though. Good morning, Marsha
he's
Holland.
Superman.
Susan Burrows.
Super Larry. He is Super Larry. I saw what he did over the last week at church. And he walks over and he's standing next to me and I'm like, this guy is like a
Ninja.
bomb. You know, a bomb that goes off and stuff lands in the right place.
Really?
Like exactly what he wanted. You remember the whale that was rotting on the beach, stinking up the town, and
Yeah,
they blew it up
they
with
blew
dynamite?
it up, and then they immediately
crashed.
regretted it.
Yes.
He had like 400-pound chunks of blubber falling on cars.
He's the guy you go and have him put charges in all the little parts, and then it lands all back in his whale again.
It's like one of those people that trips.
Talk about commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I thought of Larry.
He is definitely committed to service to the church.
Yes, he is, and it is phenomenal and admirable. Admirable. Rough character, too, that guy. He's a boxer.
Who is?
He was a boxer.
Larry?
Yeah.
I was a boxer.
A fighter.
Sorry, I was reading a message from the pastor's wife.
We appreciate you, by the way, Larry. Just trying to say
Yes.
that. We're just trying to
Yes.
say that you are an example of commitment that we admire and aspire to.
And also an example of people who need to be committed.
Our commitment grows.
Just kidding, Larry.
Our commitment grows and becomes more effective by your example.
Yes,
And we thank you for that. It helps us to become better men.
it does. It's a good example.
Yes.
He was a black belt.
He was a black belt. He's
And-
not a black belt anymore. Now he's a black hole belt.
Now he's a.
His belt
he's
is
a
so
gray
black.
Belt. He's a gray belt.
His belt is so black now that all light is drawn into it and disappears and cannot escape it. What?
oh, and just
Are you
know,
not, Matt? You're not.
I am starting a watch potty.
If it's not clear enough, I need attention, bro.
Jay, do you need attention?
Hey, bro.
That's pretty fun.
I'm throwing you thumbs up and hearts and little heart holding emojis.
I see that. I am
is
sending
for
this
you,
to
Matt.
all my friends. Be
Can't
sure.
commit. Oh no.
Who can't commit?
Axe Media Group.
Who can't commit?
He just put
Oh.
up. He just put up on a
Dennis
thing.
Everson.
Yeah. Can't commit. Well, that's his little dog there. Chester. Right?
Yep.
Is it Chester?
Baxter is his dog's name.
This is his other dog, Chester.
So says you. The J has spoken. I said good day.
Good morning, Dennis. I mean, Axe Media Group.
Oh. Okay, so when I said good morning, Dennis, it thinks that I am asking for help.
What does?
Good morning, Dennis. No, it didn't do it that time. I said good day. Nope, that didn't work. All right, so we are gonna start officially moving some of the stuff out of here on Friday.
Hey, so what's all that stuff over there on the table? It looks like cards or something.
They are. I don't know what. That's something that they do in the They have in the afternoons.
Ah. It's an afternoon thing.
I
Why
know
did we
s-
pick this topic? I'm horrible at this.
I don't know. You picked the topic, so we're committed now.
We're all in.
All right. So what I did was I started a watch party, and I'm gonna and I've already shared these videos, so you guys do the same. Morning, Steve Schultz. Now Steve Schultz is committed.
He's
Not to a
committed.
nursing home yet. He's not that old. Well,
We're
maybe
working
he is.
on that.
Yeah.
Steve Schultz.
Yeah, Steve is trying to hook you up with somebody that has been. He's like, he wants to hook you up with some elderly
Yeah, he's got all
Ladies
kinds of
from
girlfriends in the
nursing home.
nursing home that are looking for a young gentleman
Well,
who's not such a gentleman.
and not so young.
And you can't believe you said that.
Wait, what?
Matthew.
What did you hear?
You're fired. I withdraw my commitment.
Steve O'Making Mac will be here in just a little bit.
Yeah,
Larry
he's
says,
getting
I'm
sugar.
committed to watching your show. That is true. He
He is.
almost never misses a show.
Almost never misses.
Almost never
The only
misses.
time he misses is when we're not here.
And then,
And
we
then he
miss
calls us.
and says, why isn't there no show?
Right.
Is there a show or is my computer messing up?
Yeah. Because sometimes you're not sure
Yeah.
which it is.
Sometimes, Jay, sometimes.
You're not sure.
You're not sure. Dennis says if you need help, don't ask Dennis.
Don't ask Dennis if you need help. Because he's committed to something else. He's got other commitments.
Well, we gotta go look at the place first. Look at the space and
What place?
that's all gonna happen.
Did I miss something?
Why is this? Am I froze up here?
What did I miss? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I heard there's going to be some moving this weekend.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
What were you just talking about again?
I was talking about we're gonna start moving some stuff this weekend, this Friday and Saturday. We're gonna start moving stuff that we don't use up here. We're gonna move everything except for this broadcasting stuff.
That we're going to have to figure out. I have a feeling, because of the expense of the cables, that we will be starting with a single studio again for a little while.
You know, probably.
Because the cables are about $160 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm going to
we
make sure
need
that
at least 4 of them.
I'm going to make sure that Jim knows that.
We actually need 6 of them. Well, we need 4 for the cameras to go into.
Well, we might find the 2 studios that are closest together and use those as one, and then have the other one be separate.
And then we can measure cables and get sizes.
Where all you have to do is move the computer over there.
The
to
computer.
operate it. You know what I mean?
I thought we were going to do that by monitor and keyboard.
We're going to...
Moving the computer around.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
I think super glue it to a table.
yeah. Super glue it. Let's just nail it, right? That'll help,
Let's
right?
just nail it to a table. Screw. We'll screw it up through the bottom of the table. Right through the middle. One right in the middle because that is going to hold best. Right?
Right. I need to get my drink here. So Dennis says HDMI. Yes, HDMI. HDMI cables.
Yes, long
and
ones.
probably some USB cables as well.
Probably.
Probably.
So we're really only going to have 2 studios because we only have 2 cameras.
Right. Right. For now.
For now.
I mean, we're going to have to... I mean, we'll be able to move stuff around. If we could set up in a studio and just move the camera.
My experience with equipment is you don't want to have to do that too much. Plugging and unplugging all the time
Yep.
causes problems.
Yep.
And it makes expensive equipment need expensive repairs. Because they see me coming a mile away. A friend at work said they must see you coming a mile away. Because
Yeah.
that was way too much. That quote was way too high.
Oh, yeah, with the
On my
exhaust.
Yeah,
That's got to be exhausting.
it's exhausting. I'm exhausted of it.
There is an E cord throughout the building, Jim says.
An E-cord? Don't even know what that is.
I'm not sure either. Ethernet. Yeah, but we're talking about for audio, for video.
I'm not sure how that works.
But an Ethernet cord is you just plug into it and it should work.
This board's not capable of it.
We have 50-foot HDMI in the office now. There is an E cord, and that's not to be confused with a guitar cord cable.
Okay, Bill.
Bill.
Was that your Bill Clinton voice?
No.
Because it sure sounded like him.
No, this is my Bill Clinton voice, and I
Don't even say it. Don't even say it, bro.
we got somebody crazy in the office right now.
Hey, crazy in the office.
Steve-O Mickey Mac.
Sugar.
Yeah, we might have to start out with one studio starting off and then do it. But I don't know anything yet. I haven't seen the inside
This is
of the
all
building.
yeah.
This is all hypothetical.
But right now we have problems and issues that don't have anything to do with equipment.
So,
But that would,
Yeah.
need to be solved before
yes.
multi-$1,000 pieces of equipment are
Yes.
incorporated and put in the hands
We need
of
to find
somebody
out,
that may
well,
be
yeah, we
malicious.
need to figure out exactly how it's going to
Without
work
saying
out.
too much.
Yeah. So without actually, because we want to make sure that and that's the thing. I am committed to streamlining the process and making it as easy to do as possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is more difficult than you think.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you start to add to it and bring people in.
There's Steve, Mickey
'Cause-
Mac sitting there.
Personalities and commitments may differ. People
Right.
may have a different idea or vision about how things are going to work.
So we need to all collect our noodles.
Noodle collection.
Noodle
we
collection.
need to do a noodle collection.
So
I did not. Is Matt stole
I unmuted his.
Matt stole
microphone.
your coffee.
I did steal your coffee.
But I still need sugar.
But I went and got sugar.
Yeah,
okay?
for coffee, bro.
I was told I was going to get hot coffee. if
and
I
it was
brought
ready
sugar.
for him, he was told.
I can go get you hot coffee. It might have a little spit in it.
Well, that's protein, I guess.
Yeah, protein.
Hey, but now coronavirus. Oh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of protein
Oh,
in
wait,
Corona.
wait. I can't get
Can I have some
infected
sugar,
anymore.
please?
I was doing that just to play with them. I really was.
I'm just...
Larry says, I think we might have some cable at the church. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, good for him. Oh, yeah.
We will get it all worked out. Just pray Pray for us that the Lord guide us in the way that we need to go to bring the gospel. So we're committed here at Acts to bring the gospel of Jesus Christ in a non-abrasive manner to the masses.
Oh, it's abrasive.
Well, it's
if
not abrasive.
If you bring it in your heart, it's abrasive.
It's not abrasive as possible.
Abrasive.
Which is extremely abrasive.
Because we're reaching out to people that normally wouldn't be receptive to the gospel. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So our goal is to get the gospel of Jesus Christ out there and to serve where needed and do the right thing.
Marsha.
Exactly.
Dennis, Larry, Marsha.
Marsha.
Hey, now I could have said that, but I left it up to you.
Hey.
What?
Good morning. Good morning, Steve Areno. So I called Steve in a panic this morning. He's on the road trying to drive.
This Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, continue on with that story.
And I'm screaming at Steve. I'm saying, Steve, there's no sugar. Where are you?
I'm at James River.
He was at the James River.
Yeah.
Well, you was fishing over there, right?
No, I was driving on the James River.
You was driving on the James River? You got a boat then. You take a boat to work.
Yeah.
So he's driving on his boat on the James River, and I say, hey, Steve, we need sugar. We have no sugar.
No sugar.
We don't have any of the flavored creamer either.
Yeah.
He says, I don't need flavored creamer, but you need some sugar, I'll stop.
Yeah.
And I said, well, is it on your way? Because I don't want you to go out of your way. And you said, yes, it is on my way. It's right there when I get off of the highway.
Right.
The James River highway with your boat.
Yeah.
And so he stops and gets some sugar and he brings it. And then he's teasing with me. He's teasing me with it just now, as you all saw. Now, you're my witnesses.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. You know, when I went to that particular place to get it...
Was a son of mine there?
No.
He works there.
Oh, he does? What's he look like?
He gets off at 7, though.
What's he look like?
He looks like me, only young and thin and handsome.
Really?
Yeah.
Short hair, glasses?
Yes.
I did see him.
You did today?
Yeah, he talked.
Really?
He. That's why I asked about the sugar.
Did he recognize you?
No.
He didn't.
No.
You didn't. Was his name Noah?
I didn't.
You got to look at the name tag. That's my Noah.
Oh,
I shouldn't be divulging all this on the air. But if you're going by that place and you see this little kid with a name tag that says Noah, say, yo, bro, we love you.
All right, I will.
Tell him your dad loves you too.
Okay, I will. Yes.
He's a sweetheart. He's my baby.
It's a really cool, they had to revamp and remodel that particular place.
They tore the old one down. And
boy, does it look nice.
It does look nice, but I've heard they got some leaks in the roof.
Yes.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I didn't see any buckets out on the floor, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good thing for a new building.
No, especially right at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Originally, I had to stop at another well-known gas station in the area in Nixa to get a tire pumped up. And that was why I originally stopped.
You got a tire losing air.
I don't know if it's a very, very slow leak because I haven't touched it in a couple months, or in a month at least. So
I always check the pressure before I fill it and then after.
That's what I did.
And I've had mine as low as 10 pounds.
Mine was 21.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
That's not bad. Well, but I've had it down to about 8.
Yeah, and that's low.
Yeah, it almost looks flat.
Yeah.
But that's been a while. That was when I had the van. So so far
tires
everything's good.
Tires are so important.
What was
Tires
that?
are so important.
Oh yeah, and they help on gas mileage, believe it or not.
Yep, and that's how you're connected to the road.
Yep. And if your tire is soft and you hit a rut, you better hope and pray that it doesn't blow.
Yeah. I was driving home last night, and it was 30 degrees.
What'd you talk about hitting a rut?
And the road looked nice and clean, so it was shiny.
No, if you have low tire pressure and and your tire's soft and you hit a rut, you could very well blow it.
And what gets you out of ruts?
Prayer.
Commitment.
Commitment, prayer. And you're right, commitment.
Yeah, you have to be committed to escaping the rut. Right, bro? Right,
yep,
Matt?
Exactly.
Mascidius Domiscus Hamidius Romero?
Mattius Decimus Meridius.
Yeah, that's what I
something
said.
like
Commander of
That's what I
the
said, bro.
Commander
That's what I
of the
just said.
ATN Legions of the North.
North. He's a legion
Are we
of the
playing
North.
King? Not Return of the King. Was that in Return of the King?
No, that
or
was
it
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Oh,
Because he's a gladiator. He's a
I see you've got your
he's
phone
a
going.
warrior.
yes. An angel from Angel called me and texted me and said, "I'm going to help you." And I'm like, "Help me do what?" Turn on your phone. I was like, turn on my phone, really? And she said, well, I need. So I gave her the info, and within like 10 minutes, she said, "You're all set, ready to go." And all of a sudden, the phone rang. I was like, whoa. So I'm not going to divulge the name, but she knows who she is. She is online, and I told her about the morning drive, and I told her about my show, and told her when you get on there, share and like it.
Yeah, and so she did that.
And so that's a reminder for those of you who are either first time or been with us for a while. We'd love for you to like and share our videos. That's very important.
Sweethearts and angels committed.
Yes.
Committed to the work that we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is this? Does his microphone sound a little better?
I don't know. Does your microphone sound a little better, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it does.
It was a little
Sounds
sharp.
louder.
It was a little sharp.
Was it sharp?
sharp.
Like, okay, so it's like a difference between this and this right here. I mean, that's the best I can do.
I'm starting to watch party anyway now that I can.
I've got a watch party going, or I'm supposed to.
Yes.
Aye, there we go. Sugar can get you sugar can get you out of a rut, Uncle Ray says.
Yeah. By the way, Uncle Ray, thank you for your prayers. He texted me last night and he was praying, and so I thank you. And I said, Ray or Uncle Ray? I guess, can I say Uncle Ray?
That is really good coffee, Jay.
Oh, you're ignoring me.
No, that was Uncle Ray. It's Uncle Ray.
No, he's not ignoring you. He's
Sorry.
annoying me.
My brain is in supervisor mode right now. I'm
Well, then, a supervisor.
So supervise with your commitment.
with my commitment. Well, I was only committed once. No, I was committed twice. It didn't work out for me. So, but we're not going to get on that.
No.
Different kind of a commitment.
I've never been committed to psych ward, although I came close once.
That's good.
Um,
Not coming close, but I mean, not having been is
not
good.
having been is great. I just wanted to be awkward, make you feel awkward.
I figured.
That was awkward.
It's
Uncle
okay.
Ray
I'm
says-
getting used to it.
Uncle Ray says, "Sure." I don't know what that's to, but
Oh, I think he meant maybe me calling him Uncle Ray, maybe. I don't know.
everybody knows him as Uncle Ray.
Oh, well, then okay. Then I'm good.
Well, the Bible says, "Commit your works unto the Lord, and He will establish your thoughts."
Have yourself committed.
And what do you suppose that means? What kind of a commitment does that mean? Committing your works unto the Lord.
It's almost like dedication, because I've been in high school and, junior high, when sometimes they say, if you want to know Jesus, come up to the altar. And then there's the dedication, or have yourself dedicated, or help put yourself
Yep.
in. And so that's what commitment is dedicating your life, your soul, giving everything to God, and letting Him take care of it.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Do you think that naturally, a commitment to the Lord, if you're committing a work to the Lord, does that naturally entail a certain standard of guidelines, of ethics, of certain do's and don'ts, a level of honesty and truth, transparency in your activities? Would you say that those are all kind of things that would compass, that would maybe influence the works that you're doing, and your intentions and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could commit your
Yeah.
works unto the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
say,
he will establish
well,
your thoughts.
I'm going to establish a business, and I'm going to run a business, and I'm going to make a lot of money, and I'm going to give it to the Lord, right?
Right.
Right.
But then if you, say, start a car lot, and you buy all these really cheap cars from a flood zone, blow dry them out, and then sell them for a value that they look like they're worth,
right.
and you actually know they're not worth that, could you do something
Because
like
they
that
mess up.
with your works being committed to the Lord?
Yeah.
Or would you say
if your
maybe
works were
this
truly
isn't
committed
ethical?
to the Lord, you would not be dishonest like that.
And you would know it.
Because
You would
I bought a really nice Blazer,
Yeah.
Chevy Blazer,
Beautiful thing.
and I think
looks
that actually,
beautiful.
I think that it was from a flood zone because it started acting weird, like the motor started acting.
Ghosts in the machine.
Yes, ghosts in the machine. Exactly, gremlins as we call
One
it.
day it
Yes.
would say, I'm not working right for you. And then you get a test and it says, this is fine. There's nothing wrong here.
Right.
Nothing to see here. Keep
Does
moving along.
did the check engine light come on?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, that's it.
All right, so Jim Whining has informed me.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're looking for some way to help us out this year, all right, Dennis says this is Giving Tuesday. We are short $1,549 for the Christmas Relocation Fund. So the way you can do that, we have raised around $1,000 so far. The way you can help us out with that is go to axmediagroup.com and go to the Donate Now portion. Put how much you want to donate, and then the next page will have a memo or like an about line. I think it's a memo. And you can put, Christmas Relocation Fund. So it'll all go to the Christmas Relocation Fund.
Yeah.
So go online, axmediagroup.com/please-donate. And it'll take you right there.
Right.
So, there is also a way to hook up HDMI to the Ethernet cable and use Ethernet to transmit HDMI signal up to 300
Excellent.
feet.
Dennis, you're hired. He's going to be there.
You're going to have
anyway,
to help
isn't
us with that.
Yay.
Yep.
Larry says, I'm committed to Jesus. I can't even walk without Jesus holding my hand.
Oh, I love
Amen
that
to
song.
that.
Down on my knees, I learned to stand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand.
I love that song.
There's a lot of hearts going right now at the moment.
Somebody's
Somebody's heart
got a big heart.
That's
Or
really,
a bunch of little
That's
hearts.
really hard to do.
Somebody's got either.
I just sent 3 hearts.
Somebody's either got a really big heart or a lot of little hearts.
A lot of little hearts. Well, what happens is when you break your heart, get your heart broken into pieces, you have a lot of little heart to give everybody.
Right.
So pass it out to everybody.
Like petals of a flower.
Petals
of a flower.
Falling off and wilting.
falling off and wilting.
That's what they're like. The
Yes,
little pieces.
Brown.
as they
brown.
slowly
Little pieces.
fall down to, as they slowly fall down.
Yes. To their demise. Okay. That was how we're describing hearts.
We sound like we're a bit
Forgive me.
cynical.
That's horrible.
Hey, Jake, welcome to the party, buddy.
Good morning, Jake. Welcome.
He calls
Welcome,
himself
Jake.
he calls himself Jacob Fat Boy.
Jacob Fat Boy. Nice to
But
meet
we
you,
won't
bro.
call you Fat Boy.
We
but
love
we'll
you,
call
bro.
you Jake.
You can call yourself what you want.
You know what?
I would say speak
We
kindly
love
to
you
yourself.
no matter what the size.
Well, see, Jake is a recovered addict too. I'm calling you out here, Jake.
Amen.
Him and I used to do drugs together.
Welcome.
And you know what?
Is he sober now?
Yeah.
Good for you,
Yeah,
Jake.
you're sober
that is
now?
awesome.
Yeah, one of my best buds, man. When
Penny Ann,
you stopped
thank
working
you.
at CTI, that place was a very lonely place. It's went downhill since then. I remember one time.
Can you say that?
We were goofing off. Yeah, we were goofing off.
There's a link in the
Years ago.
there's a link in the comments that can lead you to the donate. So if you want to contribute to the Christmas Axe Relocation Fund, you can do that, and we would really appreciate that. And as
Yes, we
much
would.
as you can donate would be great, because we are moving from this place
Amen. I mean,
to a new place with twice the square footage,
Jonapoo.
multiple spaces for studios,
Yes.
so that we can seamlessly switch from show to show, reducing our
Seamlessly.
transition time,
Seamlessly.
making it more professional. That's
Yes.
our goal.
Yeah.
We want to
Axe
bring
Fest is
you
gonna be lit this year.
24 hours of live programming with categorized programming that you can go back and look up any episode. So not only, like, how you're waiting for your favorite show and there's a
But that's not
cliffhanger.
all.
There's a cliffhanger.
There's
and,
more.
and you can't wait to watch the next show, and then the next show comes on and it airs. And then, like years later, you go onto the tube thing and you watch
tube thing.
all of the series for that year. We want that to be in real time, ready for you. That
Real
you can
time,
watch
ready.
yesterday's
Yep.
show today. You can watch the day before yesterday's show today if you feel like you missed something. You can watch today's show today, and you can watch tomorrow's show today.
That's what I was.
Can you repeat that again? Is that
all right, so maybe you won't be able to watch tomorrow's show.
I was going to say, can you repeat all that? I hope everybody got that.
I envision
Oriana
things
Pooh,
like
your
sitcoms,
pictures on Facebook, beautiful, by the way. Very
Christian
beautiful.
sitcoms. Can you imagine? We
Yeah.
would need writers for that, or just very creative people to do ad lib.
We could do like we could call it Sunday Night Live.
I was just going to say, we should,
Right, that would be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I am
Just
working.
a bunch of improv.
By the way,
We
Jay,
need talented actors and
I
actresses.
am working on something. Remember what you and I talked about late night?
Yes.
I'm working on something.
Oh,
Didn't
good.
you
That
say
would
you
be
might
great.
be you might be having David Crowder on the show? Or something?
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
I hope so.
You know who
That'd
David
be
Crowder
awesome.
is?
He's
Yeah.
a musician,
Yes, he's a very, very famous musician.
Yeah, I met him at a youth convention that's put on by a very popular youth organization.
Ron Luce,
No.
Choir of the Fire.
No.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been to
That
a
was a
couple of
great youth convention.
When he was at the Palace of Auburn Hills, which is now a part
David Crowder.
field.
Not Ron Luce, but David Crowder.
Right.
I saw Third Day in concert at that one. Anyways.
David Crowder came to a local church that I actually used to live right up the street. I'm like, man, you finally made it to my neck of the woods. What took you so long? But that was when he had the David Crowder band. Now that he's Crowder, it's the music. You could tell the music is different from the David Crowder band to Crowder, but he's got such an anointing. And
Not to be
friends of mine
confused
that
with
I
New
grew
England
up with
clam
at church,
chowder.
we were in conservative church, and now some of the people that I'm like, you like Crowder? Hey, people change.
You know who else I like? Red.
That isn't
Now,
that
that's-
group is
That's the
something
hard rock.
That is not just. That's just
That's
not hard
metal.
rock. That is
Metal.
heavy.
It's a metal rock.
Now they do have some ballads.
Well, yeah, everybody does, but they're mostly
Well,
like.
because the hard
they're
rockers
intense.
are the ones who make the best ballads.
Have you ever seen? I'm going to mention this because I watched an interview with a guy who interviews rock bands, just to get their story behind. He's a Christian guy, by the way, and he was involved in this youth organization.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Gwar?
No, that's the sound that the dog makes whenever you irritate it, right?
No, this band dresses up like they're dinosaurs. I mean, and they actually do some really sick things on stage. They chop, and do all kinds of weird stuff. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. This guy is like really out in outer space. This guy. I was like, talk about heavy metal, but these guys, they just...
Is he a Christian man?
Dennis Everson says he likes sauerkraut.
Okay.
Really, and I said New England clam, not to be confused with New England clam chowder.
New England clam chowder is
Chicken
good.
corn chowder is really good.
Yes. Now, I think there's a certain restaurant it's a certain popular restaurant that serves that in a bread bowl.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't eat bread bowls, so I don't really enjoy those.
Yeah.
Clam chowder. I've never been a fan
Love
of
clam
chowder.
chowder.
Clam chowder.
As long
clam
as you're
chowder.
using quality ingredients, because you can get the cheap ingredients and there's a bunch of sand in it and it's not good for your teeth and it ruins it. It really ruins it.
Yeah, because clams have sand in them.
Some do, if they're cleaned properly and carefully.
Yeah. I've
But then
seen
it's
clams.
expensive ingredients if you do that. You get the good stuff.
Who has the pearl? Which
Clams,
Oysters.
oysters,
Okay.
Oysters have pearls.
oysters have pearls. Clams don't have pearls,
Right.
No.
Right.
and you don't want to bite into a pearl anyway, so you wouldn't want to use an oyster.
No.
That made my
Can you
teeth
eat
hurt just
oysters?
thinking about- Yeah.
People eat oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, you used to be able to, like, we would find these oyster banks when I was a kid. And they were in really sucky areas, too. Because, like, they would set up shop in these, like, okay, so there's this grass, right? It's really tall, really stiff, and really pointy. And it's pointing one direction.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get in there, get them, but to walk back, you're getting stabbed by these things.
I have went
It's
through
like
that.
a one-way deal.
In there to get what?
Oysters.
Ah,
I've
They
been
were
through
like
that.
live oysters. Like, we pull them up off of the thing, and then we'd take them home and wash them, and then put them on the grill.
Ooh.
Heat them up.
When they open, they're done, right?
Rip them open. No, you rip them open.
You rip them open.
What is it? The mussels, or
So
what is it
clams.
that
Clams,
you
if
open up
they-
and
if
they're
they-
slippery?
Well, no, I mean, all right, so you put the clams in, and when they're dead, they open up. Like whenever they're cooked, they open up.
Yep, they do.
The ones that don't open up are bad. Do not eat those. Do not force them open, because you'll end up with a lot of
Illness.
yeah. Dennis, some pigs have pearls. Yeah, well, I don't cast my pearls before swine.
Yes.
Hey,
I think
man.
that's an
Less
important
than
lesson, too.
Yeah.
You know that
Jake,
could be that's a
he's
good
back.
source of a story that you can use that analogy.
Do not cast your pearls before swine.
Yeah,
It's a lesson to teach us, because a swine will eat the pearls, seeing them as having no value,
right.
except for food. But then they don't get any value then, because a pearl doesn't actually have nutritional value either.
No.
So it's actually utterly
It's actually an
worthless to
irritant.
them.
It's an irritant to the oyster. That's
Right.
what it is. That's the oyster
A piece of
secretes a thing
sand.
to try and
Yeah.
cover it up and make it part of the shell so it doesn't irritate the oyster.
You know,
Yes,
you know
that's where
I've
it
never
comes from.
heard that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how
they're-
it's built. That's what it's made.
Well,
that's
people
what a pearl is.
like they'll take little different, the different shaped pearls and stuff like that. They'll put in a special little like
what they do is they
ceramic or plastic or something. And
they
put it
usually
in.
use actually clam shell
yeah, and
or oyster shell.
and then it
They take a piece of oyster shell and they put it in there.
yeah. And I was watching on
Well, that's how they used to do it. I
that
don't
show
guess they
How
used
It's
to-
Made is a really cool show from the 90s.
90s.
90s and 2000s. How It's Made. There's like 27,
Yeah.
28
So what you mean is
seasons.
it's not cool anymore.
It's not, because I mean, there's so much more technology now. I think it's funny watching them. They protect all the proprietary stuff in these different like deals.
Yeah.
But
So it doesn't show you really how it's made.
right, like they'll show you. Okay, what he does is he puts this here, and then he puts that there, and then it moves on to another section, and then they
And
don't
a
show that
worker.
section. And a worker
Puts
no,
screws.
whoever's on screen is he or she.
Yeah.
Whoever's on screen.
But he
Right.
says a worker too.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says a technician and he says an engineer.
And most of them you can tell are like quality assurance people that know how to do it from start to
Executives,
finish.
yeah.
And they make sure all the areas are nice and clean. I'm like, I've worked in many factories in my day. It does not look that. I mean, they don't go that slow. They're just like,
The only ones that are that clean are kitchens.
yeah. Which there's some really cool stuff on there about how cakes are made.
Cakes are
different
good.
Cakes.
Love cakes.
Yeah. We were talking about fondant the other day.
Yeah.
What was that?
Fondant.
I've heard of that.
The guy on the TV was calling it fondant, and I'm like, that's not how you say
It's
it.
that frosting
fondant.
that comes in.
I
a
was
sheet.
wondering how you said
It's
it.
like Play-Doh.
It's like Play-Doh.
Right.
Whenever they make
It's
the
like
special,
Play-Doh,
like
Steve.
okay, so whenever
Cool.
they have the different coverings on cakes, like really nice
You know, the
cakes,
different coverings.
fancy, expensive
Right.
cakes, where everything's nice and straight and perfect, it looks
Straight,
like molded
the
clay.
straight perfect ones.
Well, that's because of the fondant.
Have you ever seen
Which is like
that
eating Play-Doh.
There's a certain show on a Food Network that's really cool. He bakes all these really cool cakes.
You talking about the Cake Boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom used to make I've never seen cakes better. I've seen cakes as good, but
So
not
they
better.
didn't taste great.
They didn't taste great because it takes so much
They
to
dried.
make one of these cakes
They
that they
dried out.
dry before they actually get to the
The
table.
Cake Boss is
they're
awesome. I
pretty
love
dry.
watching that show.
Yeah.
I can't watch it. It makes me hungry for cake.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that guy is he's an artist.
And their cakes are amazing.
It is truly an art.
Yeah,
The dinosaurs, they
And-
look real life. That's a cake?
It's a love for something too,
Yeah.
though, that goes into it.
Commitment.
Because to have your art that's done
See
to
how we went
that
back around?
impeccable level, just to
Yeah.
be consumed and no longer exist,
Yeah.
you have to have a love for the event that you're making the cake for.
So no
and
Randy
to
today?
understand how important it is to the
Okay.
people who are celebrating it.
Yeah.
To do something to that level of expertise. My mother used to put so much into making a cake. It's just unreal. It really is. It'd take a week to make a cake.
Yeah.
She had to make all the flowers by hand out of frosting, and they were beautiful flowers, looked like real flowers. And then she would build these bouquets of sugar flowers that she made with her own hands.
Sugar flowers.
Sugar flowers.
Oh,
yes.
I've seen those.
If I
They're
ever
like-
have
they're
it,
like hard.
if I ever
They're the
have
hard
another
candy.
child and
Yeah.
it's a daughter, if I ever have another child and it's a daughter, I'm going to call her sugar flowers.
The poorhouse.
Yeah. No, I know what he's talking about because my sister's had those on her birthday cakes when she
Is
was
that
a kid.
marzipan? Is that what that's called?
When I say
Marzipan?
5 days to make it, I mean 5 days of working 8 hours a day on this cake.
Now, does she charge people to
No.
make?
Well, I don't know. I guess they had to pay for the ingredients. Maybe I think a lot of times she just made the cake for them out of her own generosity.
Yeah, because a lot of people will charge you
And my
upwards of
father's.
$1,500+ for a good wedding cake.
These cakes are brilliantly.
I did a
Ours
wedding.
was
done,
donated.
I did a wedding years ago.
You couldn't
and
afford one. I mean,
the groom cake was like a rebel flag or something like that, and it was a red velvet cake.
Whoa.
And then the actual multi, it was like a 3-tiered cake, and each layer was held up with beer cans. I'm not going to mention the names. Now, obviously, people drink at weddings and stuff like that.
yeah, things get carried away.
Yeah.
We drank at
The
my
fountain,
wedding. There was a
old-
keg.
I love those fountains that they have on the wedding cakes.
My wedding had a keg.
Wow.
Oh, were you talking
It was
about
a
like
keg.
chocolate fountains?
Mine was a keg, but it was root beer.
We had a creek with copperheads.
Mine would be sarsaparilla.
creek with copperheads, bro.
Rachel
is root beer.
Rachel and I
It's root
love
beer.
What are we talking about?
Rasparsilla,
Rasparsilla.
sarsaparilla.
And what's the commitment here?
The commitment is
Yes.
I thought we were talking about.
what are we?
commitments.
Okay, so I got to figure out what we're gonna do for Randy's show.
Yeah, no, he hasn't contacted me, but I know the last time what I told you guys yesterday, I think was on air. That was the last I'd heard from him, and that's what he said. So
Jackie made sweet potato pie
Ooh.
yesterday, and it was sweet. That's what Larry Melton says. Jackie,
Love
he's talking about Jackie,
Sweet
his
potato
wife.
pie.
oh,
Jackie
Jackie's
Melton.
wife. I was gonna say, really?
Yeah,
How
So-
have you heard how she's doing? I've talked to her a couple times.
she's
but-
officially a married woman now.
yes, she is. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
That I like the way they did that. You know, with the chairs. They
Who
sat
is?
down. Jackie Scott.
Jackie. Well, it's not
Oh, yeah,
Jackie
yeah.
Scott
Oh,
now.
it's Jackie. What is it?
My brain just farted. Okay.
Wow. That was 3 seconds.
Her husband's name starts with a T, right?
Randall
Randall Phillips.
Phillips.
Randall
so
Phillips.
It's Jackie
Jackie
Scott
Phillips.
Phillips. I don't know
Jackie
if
Scott
she's
Phillips.
hyphenating or what.
Jackie Scott
And
Phillips.
I gotta
Sweet
get
potato
some.
pie. See, I don't like sweet potatoes.
I still got to get a hold of him.
I
Is
love
there-
them.
I like sweet potato fries.
Oh yeah, I've had those. I got to
Dipped
get a
in
hold of
ketchup.
Randall anyway
I can't
because
have
he's
any of
got
those.
he's got supplements that he needs to give me. He's had them for a while. Of course, I was in the hospital and with all that junk that I was going through.
Well,
so
you know,
The going through junk.
he said he was moving, and I'm like, "Are you-" and I never thought about it. I'm like, moving. I think maybe they were talking about moving after they got married. He was going to move in with Jackie or something. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
But he said he was moving from the place he was at, so I got to find out.
Randall Phillips.
Yeah, I got to find out.
James Randall Phillips.
I got to find out where he's at, if he moved yet.
Wherever he is, that's where he'll be when you find him.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
does make sense. It does kind of.
Yes. Once,
Are we outta here
once
yet?
or twice.
Well,
About.
anyway,
minute.
that's the story on Randy. So he may surprise us and show up. I don't know, but he said he wasn't going to be driving, so I don't know.
Barney Hammers joined the party.
Well, welcome, Barney. Sorry you're late.
Hey, Bonnie.
Barney,
our roommate, our new roommate.
he's late, but you know what? Better late than never.
Yep.
So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for whatever we've got going on. It might be another hour show of us just sitting here being goofy and goofballs, followed by Crime Time with your host, Dr. Steve Albrecht. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name's Jay.
My name's Steve.
and this has been
The Morning Drive.